Hey YouTubers, this is Storm and Logan here, and today I'd like to show you this thing I found. It's called Mario Kart Pc, but it's also known as Mario Kart Maker. You'll see why. If I press this here, you see there's Grand Prix, Time Trial, Versus, Battle, Online Race, and my favorite feature, Track Builder. That's what we're going to be doing today. Now there's Quick Mode. We're not going to be doing that because you just like add pieces of existing races onto it and to create your own route. We're using complete mode, and we're going to go to circuit. I already have some, but I'm going to show you how to make one yourself if you haven't done this yet and want to. So you see how I can't create a track because it says please select a file? Yeah, you need to draw the map. I highly recommend using Microsoft Paint for this. And if you do that, I recommend marking where the booster panels are and also where glider points are and jumps. Those are going to be helpful not only for building, but for immersion. So I have this map here. So, I'm going to go to my files here. If I'm right, I put it in here. Wait a minute. It gets a little challenging to find stuff, but if you look long enough. It just needed some time to load in. See, this is the map we have, and we're going to put it in this. BooCaverns.png gets turned into a track now. Now the first step is to place where the starting line is. And the second one is to add the CPU route. Hold on, I need to zoom out. There we go. So what I basically have planned for this track is you're going to go around this little windy thing here and jump over this poison river, go through this thin section, jump again, take one more turn, glide over the poison river and back to the start. Now, here comes the third step. Adding off-road places. Places you can't go. And we're going to start with the walls. So my first section of wall, I'm going to add over here. You can have as many of these as you see fit for the sections, but you gotta fill all the other parts with either holes or off-road. No, maybe this section will be off-road. I gotta remember that so that I don't forget when I add the checkpoints. It's probably going to be a good idea to come back to your walls, off-road sections, and holes. In later steps. Oh, I need to wall off this part of the glider section. You're basically going to be doing the same thing for all the off-road sections and holes as well. You basically just click, drag, make a shape. Now this is going to be a covered course, which is why I'm adding so many walls. Well, even though this is like an SNES course creator thing, it's still a good tool for if you want to get creative with Mario Kart tracks. No. If you have the space, you could also use the square shape maker for the places that you are not supposed to drive on. Glad it gives me a warning. If I misclicked, I probably would have had to restart this video. No, that area is going to be wall. I need it. I need to view my wall area. Yep, there's some wall area. Holes. No, we're still on off-road, Logan. Yeah. Course building can be a bit lengthy, but it's worth... The more time you take, the more worth it is. I think it's time to add the checkpoints. Checkpoints are mandatory for a track to be functional. That is because drivers on your track need to... I need to rephrase that. When you're driving on that track, you need to be able to you'll need to be able to know where your route is. And it's also how the placings work. I just needed to figure out how to say that. Sorry if I took too long. Yep, we got it. Items. If you want to make your course fun and fair, actually faithful to the Mario Kart franchise, you'll need to add a good number of these throughout the track. Item boxes. I know they look transparent when they're placed, but when you're racing them, they are actually functional item boxes. Okay, so I don't want any around here. Make sure that the jumps are long enough for the gap you're trying to get over. That's my recommendation for this jump, for the part with the jumps. If you want to get from one part to the next, I forgot to mention, go over here. There's the basic over here. We've already done this. We are on the advanced now. Now to make these, the boost panels, actually functional by placing functional boost panel item thingies on top of the drawn ones. Now we're almost done, but there's a few more things we need to do. We need to add some enemies. Since this is the Boo Caverns, I'm going to be choosing the Boo. Although if you want to make your course look really good, you could also use these just normal decor items and custom decor. Though when I tried custom decor, it was messy. Tracks became hard to traverse. That's why I had to basically reconcept my Emerald City track. But enough about that track. On to this track. Time to place some boos around here. And I mean the ghost enemy, for anyone who is aggravated by that word. Anyways, now it's time to add some swamps. I'll make them not too common, but a bit prominent. There, that should be good. Now for the decorations. The ones that can work as obstacles if given, but they can also be used as just background stuff. If I go over to walls, I gotta add some stuff. I'm gonna add some pipes over here. Maybe a moving tree or two. And let's also not forget to add some pipes to the area that you're building it. But doesn't exactly have to be piped. What am I missing though? Maybe I'll just add some crates from the people who tried to explore on foot, maybe for lore reasons. And that should be it. For the decor, at least. I accidentally saved it when I didn't want to, but who's gonna notice? Anyways. Cannons. If you want a glider section in your track, cannons are the go-to option for that. Just having a bit of a problem here. Just too busy concentrating on my speaking there, but you're going to want to outline the glider panel and make it land at the other side. And we won't want any teleporters or mobile floors or elevators. I haven't even tried teleporters or elevators. But I'm going to look at the help button for anyone who wants to know how to use those. So a teleporter is supposed to automatically move you to one place when you go through. And it's kind of the same way as holes. By the way, I had it preset to last checkpoint when you fell. And mobile floor, if you want like a part where you're like on top of a conveyor belt going down like a river or something, or on top of a gear like in Tick-Tock Clock, mobile floors will do you a solid. And elevators. So, makes you be able to go up. A wall? I'll probably use elevators sometime, but I don't think I'll be using them now. Now the last part is adding background, music, and out color. Out color is out of bounds what color it looks like. And I want it to keep the same gray. Once again, you could either find something on the internet or use Google Painting. Microsoft Paint for the background. And if you want, you could also grab an existing image from a course from SNES, GBA, or DS, which I found weird for an SNES-styled Mario Kart game to be having DS tracks. So if I go to background editor, I can once again choose a file, which I'll choose Boo Caverns BG, which is background. When it comes to music, you could pick one from another game, or you could get a link from YouTube. I wish there was like a built-in composer or something, but you know, play the hands you're dealt. No, not this. Okay, I'm a bit nervous since the music thing acted up a bit, and I don't know how it turned out, but because I would have liked to add like some cave rocks or something, but those aren't in the default things, and custom decor was messy last 2 times I tried it. Nope, that's the wrong song. I see what happened now, the wrong link was in. But should be going smoothly now. I think I made the jump too thin. Hold on. That's why you test the course first. See if you did something wrong here. If I go to jumps, I'm gonna want to make it a bit stronger. But I hope this works. Alright, edited the jumps again. See if it's correct this time. If it's not, I swear. I find it amazing how this can turn a drawing you made on Google Paint and into a fully fledged Mario Kart course, and then with the correct tools you could actually make it a completely functional and fun one, and also stylish. So this track works well. But now to get first in it. That's odd. Why are so many of the CPUs falling in? Editing mode. If you have incredibly large jumps in your track, then you need to add some extra jump height. So boos don't move, they just like work like walls. Yes, some new power-ups were added in there. Some newer power-ups. Stuff that isn't in the SNES ones, in SNES style. I can't wait to see the tracks you built thanks to this tutorial, and this track, Boo Caverns, will be used in my next cup. Now thanks for watching and stay tuned.
On Saturday.